All right, what's going on, everybody? We've got a bit of an update for you on the single cab. Got some of the parts back from paint. They look really good. We still got some more stuff to be painted, and we forgot to take the park sensors to paint. And we have 2 more bezels. We're waiting on Dodge to get in for us, the factory LED fog light bezels. Still waiting on those, but the majority of it is done, and it looks great, but I'd rather show it to you than talk about it. So here on the tailgate, we've got some of our antennas. This is for like the satellite and the GPS stuff in the truck. Them go on the roof. They were black. I just thought they'd look a lot better white, and it's gonna look really clean, especially when we get the cab lights. We're picking up the cab lights from paint tomorrow, so you will see them in this video too. But the main thing I wanted to show off is these tail lights. They are perfect. We're gonna be putting them in this video. I am in love with them. They are just so nice. But we got those. We got all these trim pieces done and back for the back bumper. Most of the front bumper stuff, like I said, we're still waiting on some bezels, the park sensors and stuff like that. But we got our license plate lights, even painted the plugs, and this is new to the 22s and 21s, I think. It is actually an accessory plug for a camera on your trailer. That will never ever be used on this truck, but didn't know I ordered it with that option, but I guess I must have. It must have been on one of the packages I got. But either way, these look great. Third brake light looks awesome. Love it. It's just gonna really tie the whole back of the truck together. All the lights are, and the color match bumpers. Now, we still have more to pick up tomorrow, like I said. The lower side skirts and the back splash guards are still there. We still got to pick them up. Let's go look at these pieces too. So this turned out great. It is actually the trim for the middle of the front bumper. It was black. Can't have that. And this is the top piece for the rear bumper. So I believe we have everything to put the rear bumper together. So we might go ahead and put it together in this video. I'm not sure if I want to yet though. I kind of wanted to put it together and immediately put it on the truck, but obviously we don't have our hitch back, so we can't do that. Our hitch and all the rest of this stuff is going to powder this week. Everyone's a little bit behind because everyone's busy right now. So we'll get caught up on those. And then we got to take our brakes off too, but we haven't decided what we want to do with those. Still waiting on the rear ends to go to paint. I think they're going tomorrow, so they'll be gone in this video. And we're about to go ahead and install the cab lights, third brake light, and the antennas on the top. So once we get the cab lights and the antennas back on the roof, we can go ahead and start putting our Starlight Headliner back in and plugging all that in. But we had to wait. I was ready and done with the Starlight. It's over here. It's ready. I was done with it, and then we couldn't put it back in because we did not have our antennas in, and you have to drop the headliner to get the antennas out. So no big deal. We've got it all back now. Technically, I can go ahead and put it on before we get the cab lights, but we're getting the cab lights tomorrow, so I'll just wait. And we're probably going to go ahead and get that Starlight in, get it wired up. I wish the headlights would come in already. That way we could go ahead and put the front end together. But with time, yeah. So we got to get the fender wells to paint. If we are going to do those, still debatable. But yeah, here we go. We're going to install some lights. so it's a few days later since we last recorded the couple videos that are in the beginning of this. But we do have the taillights installed, as you already saw. They look great. Not sure how they're gonna work at night. We might turn them on real quick and find out. The great thing about 50s is you can paint the whole lens. This is actually your running light, but it should shine through the paint. And the reason I'm not going to get pulled over for these is because your brake light's actually right here. So your brake lights are still visible. Your reverse light's right here. All your sensors should still work, but we've got a lot done on this thing. It doesn't seem like much, but it just takes forever. But we'll turn these lights on real quick just to see. So it is going to still shine through barely, enough to where I won't get pulled over, because it does light up all of this. These are mainly for show. I would not recommend this on a daily driver. Now in the daytime, these are fine because you don't need running lights. And then when you hit your brake lights, like I said, these two will light up and they're plenty bright enough. But it does shine through very faintly. But I actually kind of like the way it looks. It's kind of subtle instead of the lights just blinding you. But we got a bunch of our trim pieces back. This is for the front bumper. That's for the front bumper. We've got our first load of powder back. That is most of our air ride kit as far as the bag mounts. And that's front and rear bag mounts and our Flight Fab track bar. Got all that back from powder. Got the front bumper chilling over here. And then we have our painted valence chilling right here. So it turned out good. But yeah, pretty happy with the taillights. The painter did a great job. We got these trim pieces installed, as you saw. The camera is gonna make it look like they're off in color because the truck's a little dirty, and this paint is all brand new, painted and clean. So this is all freshly painted, smooth, but it actually matches perfect. It's just the camera kind of makes it look a little off. But you are going to have a little bit of color transition between metal and plastic that's painted. You can never make them match 100% because the different materials. So the metal painted versus the plastic is always going to look a little different. But we got our side skirts on here in the bottom. They're painted smooth. They look great. Not really sure how I feel about them. If I like them after a while and they don't get chipped up, I'll leave them on. I'm not sure though. But my favorite part is the cab lights. Now, I'm gonna drop an install video, probably either before or after this. You may have already saw it by the time you see this. And then we've got our Starlight done, finally. Got all the wires ran under the carpet, the boxes hid behind the seats, as well as you can in these trucks. One problem I'm seeing with a single cab, there's not much room for anything. Now, we did do 1,000 stars in this truck. Sorry for the glare. We did 1,000 stars. Each of these have to be individually poked by hand, but it did turn out really good. I am tickled with it. Let's go ahead and grab the remote and we'll play with it. But headlights are being built right now. They're Morimoto's. Gold Standard Lighting is building them. He's also doing the mirrors right now. Let's see, little remote. So you go for some teal, since that's kind of the theme of this truck. Yeah, it turned out good. You'll notice there's some spots that look like it's dark, but there's actually microphones there. There's one there, one here. But pretty happy with how it turned out. A lot of work in that one, but it came with this little remote. But truck's coming together. Axles still need to be taken to paint. We have another customer truck that we're also painting the axles under, so mine kind of got put to the side because the customer's truck's a little bit more important, and we're still waiting on part of our lift. Stryker is still building our 4-link. Hopefully they'll have that done here soon. But as you saw earlier in the video, we got this bumper put together. All the color match, it turned out great. All matches good, it's all clean, smooth. All the plugs are painted. It turned out really good. I'm happy with the bumper. Still gotta get the parking sensors painted. We were debating whether or not to leave these off, but I think I like them better on there because there's a bunch of holes in the bottom of the bumper if you don't put them on. But we still gotta get our fender wells painted and then start back on this thing. But that's pretty much it for right now as far as a progress update. There's not really much else gonna happen in the next couple days, so that'll probably wrap up this video. But yeah, the cab lights and the paint matched antenna really turned out good. I really like that part. It flows super clean with the roof. But thanks to everybody that's watching. I'm gonna try and drop 2 videos a week at least, as long as there is content. But we're running into wait times now for parts. It's not necessarily us, because as soon as we're getting it, we are installing it. But thank y'all for watching. We'll have another video out here soon.